In this video, we will explore about verbs and its types. So today we are going to dive into one of the most important parts of English grammar, verbs. Verbs are everywhere. Without them, we literally cannot make a proper sentence. So in this video, I will explain what a verb is, the different types of verbs with clear definitions and examples, the do's and don'ts you need to remember, and finally, some practice time together. So make sure you stay till the end because verbs are the heartbeat of English and you don't want to miss this. Okay, first of all, what is a verb? It is a word that shows an action, a state of being, or even an experience. In simple words, verbs tells us what someone does, what someone is, or sometimes what someone feels. For example, the boy runs fast. Here, runs is the verb because it shows action. She is happy. Here, is the verb because it shows a state of being. So remember, verbs are like the engine of a car. Without the engine, the car doesn't move. Similarly, without a verb, a sentence doesn't work. Let's see the different types of verbs. The first one is an action verb. So action verbs are verbs that show physical movement or mental activity. They tell us what a person, animal, or thing is actually doing. So these actions can happen outside, like run, jump, eat, or inside your mind, like think, dream, imagine. Okay? Here are some examples. The dog barks loudly. Here, barks is the action. I think about my future. Here, think is also an action, but it's happening inside your mind. Okay? And let's move on to the next verb type, which is linking verbs. Linking verbs are verbs that don't show an action, but rather connect the subject to more information about it. They work like bridges in a sentence, joining the subject with a describing word or noun. So, common linking verbs are forms of be. For example, is, am, are, was, were, and also words like seem, look, feel, taste. Okay? She is a teacher. So here is connects she with teacher, right? So S is the linking verb. The soup tastes delicious. So here taste links soup with the quality delicious. So link is the linking verb. The next verb is helping, or we call it as an auxiliary verbs. Helping verbs are verbs that work together with a main verb to show some tense like possibility, necessity, or mood. Alone, they don't carry full meaning, but with a main verb, they make the sentence more stronger. Words like is, are, was, have, can, will, should are common helping verbs. Okay. Here are some examples. They are playing football. So here are is helping verb and playing is the main verb. I can swim. So can is helping and swim is the main verb. Okay. The next verb type is transitive verbs. These are verbs that always needs an object, something or someone that receives the action. So without the object, the sentence feel incomplete. Okay. So these verbs transfer the action to the object. For example, she reads a book. The verb reads transfers action to book. He kicked the ball. The verb kicked transfers action to the ball. So these are transitive verbs. So we have seen the transitive verbs now. So the next one is intransitive verbs. So these are verbs that do not need an object at all. The action ends with the verb itself. Yes. So these verbs make sense on their own without transferring the action to anything else. For example, he sleeps peacefully. No object is needed here, right? The action ends with sleeps. That's it. They arrived late. Arrived makes complete sense without an object. So these are intransitive verbs. The next ones are regular verbs. So these verbs are very important because they follow a set of rule when changing into past tense or past participle. Usually we just add ed or d at the end in order to make it as a past tense or past participle. So this makes them predictable and easy to learn. That's why we call them as a regular verb. I walk every day. So here, if you want to change it to past tense, you can tell like I walked yesterday. So here you can just add ed and for yesterday, okay? They play cricket. So add ed. They played cricket yesterday. That becomes past tense. Simple and easy. The next one is irregular verbs. These are a little tricky because they don't follow a fixed rule when forming past tense or past participle. So their changes are different. That's why you just need to memorize them because they don't follow the rules. I go to school. In past tense, how do you say this? I went yesterday to school. She writes stories. She wrote a story yesterday. Got it? So the verb completely changes, not with ed or d. All right, let's talk about some do's and don'ts with verbs. Do check subject verb agreement. Example, he runs, they run. The subject and the verb should agree with each other. If the subject is singular, the verb should also be in singular. If the subject is plural, the verb should be in plural. Got it? And try to pay attention to tense, whether it's past, present, or future. And do not mix tenses. I go and played football. No, that's wrong. And don't forget is, are, was, were are verbs too. Some of them forget these are verbs, okay? So don't forget these words. They are also verbs. And don't overuse the same verb when you can choose stronger or more precise ones, okay? Now it's time for us to practice. Here are some questions. So we can just pause the video, try to read it, and try to find out which verb should come here. The children dash happily in the garden. She dash a beautiful song yesterday. They dash late to the party. My brother dashed the ball across the field. She dash a doctor. I dash swimming every Sunday. We dash to the park tomorrow. The cake dash delicious. The students dash their homework before class. He dashed very tired after work. Now, here are the answers. The children play happily in the garden. Play should come, right? She sang beautiful song yesterday. They arrived late to the party. Arrived, Edie. My brother kicked Edie. She is a doctor. I go swimming every Sunday. We will go to the park tomorrow. Will go because tomorrow word is given here. The cake tastes delicious. Tastes with S, okay? The students finished their homework before class. He was very tired after work. It's easy and simple, right? So try to practice the different types of verbs and you can master it over a period of time. So that's all for today's video. Kindly like, share, and subscribe for more English tips. See you in the next video. Bye bye.